Hey there, so I'm shooting this video to talk about the earnest money deposit process after you've already got your offer accepted. It's always a super exciting time when I deliver that news and I congratulate you on the fact that your offer was accepted. And what I'm wanting to, get your mind wrapped around is the fact that as soon as the offer is accepted, your deposit needs to be submitted to the escrow company within 1 to 3 days. And now that's going to be dependent upon what the seller's agent has determined in the negotiation or in the counteroffer process. If, as a reminder, in the contract it actually says 3 business days. Again, sometimes the listing agent or the seller's agent will require that it's submitted within 24 hours. The purpose of this video is to give you the heads up about a couple of things about the process on how to set up the deposit and things to be aware of. So the process on how to set up the deposit, due to COVID, things have changed. Previous to COVID, you were able to walk into your bank and just set up a wire, no biggie. But now, post-COVID, some banks are requiring that you set up an appointment. So wherever those funds are, assuming that the funds are available, which is another point, assuming that the funds are available in a savings account or a checking account that you're planning on using, be sure to reach out to that bank to set up an appointment or to at least call them up front and say, hey, what's your process? That way, when there's a time to celebrate and your offer is accepted, you're not wondering what the heck you need to do at that point. So I just like to be proactive and make sure that the expectations are proper going forward. Second, in the event that you have money tied up in a 401k or some sort of retirement account that you're planning to use for your deposit or your down payment, talk to your financial advisor to make sure that you're pulling the money from the proper account. But in the event that it's tied up into some 401k, I've had problems in the past when my clients didn't have access to the money as quickly as they thought they would. So be sure to reach out to the 401k rep or whoever you need to speak with to make sure that you understand how quickly you're able to get the money and how that's going to possibly affect the process going forward of pulling any money out for future needs for a down payment. I had a client one time that couldn't get access to the money as quickly as he thought he could, and we almost lost the property because of that. So that's the point of all of this, is I don't want to jeopardize your ability to buy the home that you just fell in love with simply for something super easy as getting money from a 401k or a particular investment account. Last but not least, has to do with wire fraud. Super scary. It sounds bad because it is bad. Unfortunately, you have some crooks out there who, they don't have anything better to do than to defraud people. And I don't know how they do it, but somehow, some way, they're able to hack into people's emails, figure out the fact that they're about to send wires or, they're involved in a real estate transaction, and they send fraudulent emails out to people that look like it's coming from the agent, it looks like it's coming from the escrow company, and the consumer can send a wire to the wrong account, and guess what? That money is gone. And I'd hate for that to happen to you. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because generally speaking, an escrow company will have a process for you to follow in order to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. So now, do you have to send a wire? No. We could actually send a cashier's check depending on how the contract is written up. That might be something that could be an option. Obviously, that involves you getting a check prepared by your bank, physically driving it down to the escrow company. Sometimes the escrow companies are, in San Diego. Sometimes they're on the west side of LA. But if that's going to make you feel more comfortable, that's fine. Just so you know, a lot of my clients utilize the wire process. We just have to make sure that we're following the escrow company's instructions on how to obtain their routing number, their bank account number. And so be sure that we're double verifying things before you set up that wire. Be sure that we have the same escrow office's, phone numbers, and that we're able to make sure that your money doesn't go into the wrong hands. So I'm hoping that you found this useful. I'm hoping that we're able to get in front of a couple of things, and that way you're best prepared for this whole process. So hope you found that useful.